Welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, May 11th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and this is an opportunity for you to pause in all of the crush of each day, whether it's homeschooling or Zoom meetings or just all of the things that need to be done or being in the house for too long. It's a time for us to pause, to center ourselves again in God, the one who made us and who loves us and who calls us by name. I've been working my way through the Psalms, and today we are on Psalm 21, and I want to use verse 1. Verse 1 is, "In your strength the king rejoices, O Lord, and in your help how greatly he exalts." It is one of the psalms about the king seen as the one appointed by God, and it recounts or tells and talks about God coming to the aid of the king, of the ruler, and a reminder that the king's strength is not the king's strength, and the king's effectiveness is not the king's effectiveness. It is the work of God. And God comes to help our leaders. Oh, how we wish God would come to guide and help our leaders, and how they would all turn and find strength and help and hope in God. But more importantly for us in this very personal moment is to remember that what is true for the rulers is true for us. That we seek our strength and our help in God, and we rejoice in the help of God. So I invite you to go to a room that is quiet and close the door if possible, and sit down in a chair and relax for a moment. Feel the strength and support of that chair on the back of your legs and on your back and on your arms if it has arms, and take some deep breaths. And as you breathe in the breath of God, and as you breathe out all that separates you from God. Take yourself, take care of yourself, is what I meant. Close your eyes. And again, breathe in the breath of God, and breathe out all that separates you from God. Breathe in the peace of God, and breathe out all that stress and anxiety. Breathe in the presence of God, and breathe out all that keeps us away from God. And imagine that the peace of God comes to you like water rushing over your body. Well, running over your body, not rushing. And as you feel the water, you feel the peace and presence of God. So imagine that the water runs down over your head and your forehead and your face. And that as it does, the muscles relax and you are at peace. And imagine that water running down over your neck. And as it does, feel the tension in the muscles of your neck release and melt away, and the peace of God coming to that part of your body. And then as the water runs over your shoulders and down your arms to your hands, feel the release of the tension in your shoulders and your arms Perhaps open your hands and turn them palms up to receive the peace and presence of God. And then as that water runs down your back and down the front of your body, feel the tensions and the stress in your back relax. Feel all of that tension in those muscles in your back melt away as the peace of God comes to your whole body. And then as the water runs down over your thighs and your calves and your ankles and your feet and all the way to your big toe. Feel the peace of God as it comes to those parts of your body. Breathe in the breath of God. Breathe out all that separates you from God. Breathe in the breath of God. And breathe out all that separates you from God. And then in your mind's eye, go to a place that represents for you the strength and safety of God. It might be the top of a mountain. It might be a great big rock. It might be a beautiful church sanctuary. It might be a garden. What does it look like? What sounds do you hear? What do you smell? Are there any strong smells? What do you feel? Is it outside where you can feel a breeze or sunlight? Or inside? Find a place to rest in that image. And imagine that God comes to you in that place. God comes, and as God comes, you feel the strength and protection and security of being in God's presence. You are safe and secure. And that safety and security opens you to be vulnerable to God. Open with all that is on your heart and mind, whether it is concerns for others or prayers for others, or wondering about how to serve and what your call may be, what God is inviting you to do. The two of you can talk about all of that openly now, and I'll be quiet for a moment or two. And then the time comes for the conversation to end for now, and if it's too soon for you, just press pause. And you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate. And then you allow that image to fade away. And you imagine the room that you are in. And when you are ready, you open your eyes. Well, that's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, May 11th. It is always good to be with you in this way, to offer an opportunity for us to center ourselves. I find myself being centered as much as helping you to be centered. If you have feedback for me, I really appreciate it. You can send it to rick@prospectchurch.org.